The Indian Constitution is a living document, constantly evolving through amendments. Today, we explore the most impactful changes that have shaped governance, democracy, and rights. Let's begin with the foundational changes that shaped India's governance. 7th Amendment, 1956. Reorganized states based on language, creating a unified administrative structure. 42nd Amendment, 1976, known as the Mini-Constitution. It expanded the directive principles, curtailed judicial review, and strengthened the central government's power. 44th Amendment, 1978, reversed many provisions of the 42nd Amendment, restoring fundamental rights and limiting the government's ability to impose an emergency. 52nd Amendment, 1985, introduced the anti-defection law, preventing elected representatives from switching parties for personal gain. 61st Amendment, 1989, reduced the voting age from 21 to 18, empowering youth participation in democracy. 73rd Amendment, 1992, established the Panchayati Raj system, ensuring local self-governance in rural areas. 74th Amendment, 1992, strengthened urban local bodies, giving municipalities constitutional status. Some amendments drastically altered governance and individual rights. These amendments shaped governance, representation, and economic policies. The 90th Amendment in 2003 provided special provisions for scheduled tribes in Assam and Nagaland. The 91st Amendment, also in 2003, limited the size of the Council of Ministers to 15% of the total members in Parliament and state legislatures. In the same year, the 92nd Amendment added 4 new languages, Bodo, Dogri, Maithili, and Santali, to the 8th schedule. The 93rd Amendment in 2005 allowed reservation for OBCs in educational institutions. The 94th Amendment in 2006 removed Bihar's special provisions related to scheduled tribes. The 95th Amendment in 2009 extended reservation for SC/STs in Lok Sabha and state assemblies for another 10 years. The 96th Amendment in 2011 changed the name of the Oriya language to Odia in the 8th schedule. The 97th Amendment, also in 2011, granted constitutional status to cooperative societies, ensuring their autonomy. The 98th Amendment in 2012 strengthened local governance provisions in certain states. The 99th Amendment in 2015 established the National Judicial Appointments Commission, which was later struck down by the Supreme Court. Finally, the 100th Amendment in 2015 finalized the India-Bangladesh Land Boundary Agreement, settling territorial disputes. These amendments brought economic, social, and political transformations. The 101st Amendment in 2016 introduced the Goods and Services Tax, creating a unified tax system. The 102nd Amendment in 2018 granted constitutional status to the National Commission for Backward Classes. The 103rd Amendment in 2019 provided 10% reservation for economically weaker sections in education and employment. The 104th Amendment in 2020 extended SC/ST reservation in Lok Sabha and state assemblies for another 10 years. The 105th Amendment in 2021 restored states' power to identify other backward classes. The most recent, the 106th Amendment in 2023, reserved 1/3 of seats for women in the Lok Sabha and state legislative assemblies, marking a historic step toward gender equality. From local governance to economic reforms, these amendments have shaped India's future. Which amendment do you think had the biggest impact? Indian Constitution, a legacy of change and progress.